Ernie Els and Branden Grace, two generations of a strong South African contingent of golfers, but also good friends.
No, Branden is a great guy. I mean, I've known him for a long time. He was in our foundation for a while.
Yeah, I love Ernie. He's a character. We didn't really grow up together, but it feels kind of that way. You know, we live so close to each other back in South Africa and now in Palm Beach as well. So, you know, it's kind of, we can't get enough of each other.
Branden got to know Ernie when part of his foundation as a junior.
Oh, goodness. Be the number.
Els has since enjoyed the chance to become a mentor to his younger counterpart.
Every generation, there's a chance for the next guys to come through. And, you know, Branden is really at the forefront of that. We've played a lot of golf together. We're spending a lot of time together right now. We live in the same neighborhood in Florida, a place called Old Palm. I give him my advice, but I don't want to overstep the line. You know, there's a fine line of trying to guide a person, and you got to kind of read in between the lines of where a person wants you to go.
Ernie himself benefited from the advice and example set by previous generations of South African greats, among them Bobby Locke and, of course, the great Gary Player.
He really made me believe that I could go on and do kind of what he did. You know, it's almost like somebody breaking through a barrier, you know, winning 100 meters in under 10 seconds, you know, people follow. And I think that's what we have in South Africa. And I think we've got a great program. And each and every generation, it's almost like it happens automatically. And that's what happened with the two of us.
Yeah, I think it helps when people play. You know, we're good mates. You know, we've played a lot of golf together. And even since I've been a pro, you know, you've had a lot of success in majors. And, you know, when it happens to a friend, you want it as well. And I think that's great. You know, it's that inspiration, that deep inspiration that I think people lack really, and that I think you can get from a friend like you or from, you know, any other guys. But I think it also helps it being from a South African. Yeah. You know, you can relate to those guys.
Absolutely, and we play a lot of practice rounds together. We root for each other, and even in the tournament itself. I know it's an individual sport, but there's almost that little team factor, and you feel more secure that way, and you kind of help each other out.
No, definitely.
That close bond has proved pivotal in the team environment of the President's Cup, where Ernie helped out as a senior player on Branden's debut in 2013 and will do so again as vice-captain this year.
You know, you really stepped it up for me that week. You know, being there when I needed some advice, he was there, you know, keeping you calm, that sort of stuff. And that's what you need on weeks like that. And again, I think he's going to be a huge help, you know, with this President's Cup to come, you know, being a vice captain. He's still got that fire, you know, he's one of the only guys that's ever won it, that's on the team or that's part of the team with Pricey. And, you know, you can see those guys, the fire in the eye they have, you know, how much they want it. And I think, you know, that reflects on the rest of the team.
Els definitely still has the competitive edge and, of course, the enviable talent, which has seen him win 4 majors during an illustrious career.
Very good, eh? Quick.
You can just see, you know, he just loves golf. You know, he's done everything. He's been world #1. He's got major victories. He won, you know, I think 70-something times around the world. I mean, better than that you don't get. So, you know, it's amazing to see that he's still got that drive and that love for the game after all these years.
I can't hit the ball as far as these youngsters, but you try and outduel them, you know, with experience and a little tenacity here and there. It's a landscape that keeps changing and you've got to keep adapting to it.
I think obviously everybody admires the big easy, you know, that easy looking swing. But I think, you know, one thing that really impressed me over the years is his short game. You know, his chipping, his bunker play. You know, it's phenomenal. You know, when I get out there still to these days, and even when I watch him when I don't play and he's playing, you see some of the lies and you know that it is a tough shot, and he always makes it look so easy. And you know, it's something that, and that's why he's actually been so good. You know, that's what made him win all those majors, win all those big events when he needed to.
With Els as a shining example, Grace has set his sights on becoming the next in a long line of South African major champions. 4 top 5 finishes in the last 3 years show he's on track.
I've been pro 10 years. I feel that I've achieved quite a lot. But, you know, you always want to get to that next level. And I think, you know, one thing I need to do to get to that next level is to win a major. I've been close. I've learned a lot. You know, time is ticking on, but I'm patient. You know, I believe I can do it.
I'd like to think that I've given him some good advice through the years, and at the end of the day, it's all about the player himself, where they see their future going and how much work they put in, and he's doing all the right things.